It's Jason Cummins again from Buckhead Imports. I am going to showcase two Mercedes. Both of them have 113K motors, which is a supercharged 5.5 liter V8s. I got both of the owners here. One is Chuck. He actually works for Buckhead Imports. He is my parts manager. He makes this place run and makes it click. The other guy I've got is Tony. Now, Tony's been a customer for a long time. The car that he actually owns now is a CLS55. I actually sold him this car. And we've got a little bit of a funny situation going with the whole thing because Tony used to own this car. So I own the CLS. Tony used to own the E55. Now Chuck owns the E55. And then I actually knew the owner before all of us. So this car's been in the family for a long time. That's the one thing I love about Buckhead Imports. I love keeping a car in the family so it can stay here and stay straight. Chuck, how did you approach Tony about this? Was this something, did y'all just like bounce around and talk about it? I mean, how'd that conversation go?
I believe you had your car in, you just got this from Jason, and I think you were looking to offload this one on somebody. And I think I was listening at the right time in the right place.
Well, the story is a little bit
Tell me.
off.
Here we go.
Little bit.
Let's go. Let's listen.
Well, not that I try to offload it. The job that I do, actually, they give me a car to drive. And basically, I had two Mercedes, both this car, and this CLS. And it was just taking up space. They weren't getting no love. So seeing that this was the new one, the CLS was the new one, I decided, I'm gonna offer Chuck the car, seeing that he was running me down for it.
That's true.
And that's how he ended up with the car.
I had a lot of conversations with Tony. I had owned a previous version of this car. It was the E63 Mercedes. Love the car, great car, never gave me any issues. Tony was looking to sell this one, so after about 3 or 4 weeks of trying to beat him up on price,
it took a minute. It wasn't an instantaneous
we came to an
thing.
agreed price, and I've had this probably for about two and a half years now.
Yes.
So
absolutely.
one of the best cars I've owned.
So this particular one has some modifications to it. So not only does Buckhead Imports service these types of Mercedes, we do everything from seat motors to brake jobs to replacing the engines. But this particular one has a lower crankshaft pulley that's larger that makes the supercharger go a lot faster. It's got shorty Kleeman headers on it. It's been tuned, some air filters. It's got a lot of split cooling system with a front mount heat exchanger. So it's got a lot of little goodies to make this car dependable. Both of them are actually very dependable, but this is an amazing platform that doesn't break down a lot. I mean, they built this motor to you can beat it up and beat it up and beat it up. We've taken these cars to the drag strip. We've taken them to the racetrack. I built about 3 or 4 of these that actually went into the 10s in the quarter mile, which is it's amazingly fast for a full weight car, and it's a 4-door sedan.
Fun to drive.
Fun to drive. Tony's is still bone stock, but it's still got the supercharger on it from the factory, which is an awesome motor. I mean, you had both of them, and
yes,
I mean, drivability versus stock versus performance.
The one I enjoy is the E-Class. Not that it's just fun to drive, it handles way different than the CLS. Even though they're both the same engines, same platform, correct?
It is, yeah.
But I guess it's the shape of the body, but this is more fun to drive.
So is it the handling, or is it just you think this one handles better?
Yes, I do.
Okay, let's talk about the suspensions. The suspension on both of them are air ride.
Yes.
Both air rides, and all they have is just lowering links on them to get that good, nice fender well gap that's out to give it a good stance. But you think that this one doesn't handle as good as this one?
No, I enjoy driving this one.
So you've driven both cars. What do you think? You think that's the same thing?
This is more, to me, relaxed cruising, get it down the road.
Yeah.
You want to have some spirited driving, have some fun. E-Class to me handles a little bit better than that. It doesn't.
It
it's
has
not
less
as soft.
roll.
This one's stiff. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, I just wanted to showcase both of these cars. Both the guys that both own these. I own that one at one point in time, but I thought it was kind of cool to have both of the cars, both of the owners, and tell a little bit about what we do on these cars and take it from there. Appreciate it. Thank you.